I think we may well have just witnessed the game of the season in this A-League men's campaign. Auckland FC for Adelaide United for heading into this round. It was the top of the table clash. Adelaide obviously slipping down a little bit so far this round, but still a huge match in regards to the race for the Premier's plate. Auckland FC, we should say just straight off the bat, they still are in a fantastic position. And I say still at this point, I think they may well be too hard to catch at this point. 8 points clear, Auckland FC now on 40 points. Adelaide currently level on points with Western United at the time of this recording on 32 points. So, what a match, dude. I mean, we'd love to hear from you guys in terms of what you thought of this game and these two teams, where you'd expect them to finish this season. And was this a preview, once again, of potentially the grand final that we will see come the end of this season? Because it could well be two fantastic teams who have had incredible seasons. Auckland FC have obviously been fantastic in their inaugural campaign, and the Reds have just elevated so much this year, and Calvert has got them playing some fantastic football, and they showed some great spirit to grab a point here in what is a very, very tricky away day for just about every single A-League team. Looking at the lineups for both teams heading into this matchup, two very strong lineups, but obviously it was Auckland who probably had the stronger team on paper when you look at the players that Adelaide are missing. Obviously, we know the young Socceroos have been doing so well over in the Under-20 Asian Cup, which is great to see. But the thing for the Reds is they've got so many players, the likes of Kikianis, of Jovanovic, Taladira, who are out away with those young Socceroos, so they've still been absent for the Reds. Some more youngsters coming in for Adelaide with the likes of Crawford, who is solid in this match at right back. Jordan Elsey was coming in for his first start of the season as well. Yaya Dekuli given another run from the start. And the Reds, man, they really, really had to dig deep in this match, because it was Auckland FC who made a great start. Just 15 minutes in, they had a 2-goal lead. Guilherme Momé, who's been one of the most exciting imports, I think, this season in the A-League. He's been great to watch, the Uruguayan striker at Auckland. 2 goals really early on. Jordan Elsey pulling one back in that first half was an important one. That classic sort of corner into the near post, and Archie Goodwin with that fantastic leap that we've seen numerous times this season at a near post, and Elsey was there to tap home, which made things interesting heading into the second half. Logan Rogerson makes it 3-1 early on in the second period, and you thought at that stage that potentially, Auckland were going to see through this game. With that lead, we've seen it so many times. They take that lead with a home crowd behind them, that they can go on and see it through from there. Maybe make some defensive substitutions, which is what we've seen from them throughout this season as well, and secure the 3 points from there. But what a finish to this game. That final half an hour was crazy. 2 penalties to Zach Clough. I don't think you can argue either decision. I mean, you look at both decisions. I think both were penalties. Obviously, the first one, the Verstrata incident, was did require VAR. I think that was the right decision. It did certainly look like a foul, and for me, both penalty calls were correct. Alex Paulson unable to keep them out, and then the final sort of stages of this game. Well, first of all, that was crazy. The fact that Adelaide managed to bring it back to 3-3, and at that stage, it almost felt like the momentum was with the Reds. They brought on youngster Amlani Tatu, who was looking dangerous on that left-hand side. Hiroki Sakai stepping up big time in the second minute of injury time, scoring what looked to be potentially the winner. And the scenes were just, incredible to watch, just seeing the Auckland fans celebrating with the players there, right sort of, in front of that goal where the port, the active fans are gathered. An incredible moment, and a huge moment, I think, for Hiroki Sakai being the captain of the club and scoring what could have ended up being a huge goal, and may well prove to be a big goal when it comes to the premiership race. That was a huge moment, man, in the match. But Bart Vriens and Adelaide United pushing, and it was the 8th minute of added time. Bart Vriens, who again is talking about fantastic defenders this season in the A-League. I mean, Bart Vriens is up there as one of the top centre backs in the competition for me. The Dutch defender has been fantastic. His experience has really provided a great sort of boost to Adelaide's backline for this season. And I think the Reds will probably be the happier of the two sides. I mean, a 4-4 draw in the end, and there was times where it felt like Adelaide could have won it in the end. For me, it felt like they had a bit more of the momentum for maybe that last 15 minutes. I got the sense that they were almost going to snatch it in the end. But the fact that the way that the Reds, especially after last week, losing 3-0 away to Western United, which was a poor result for second place Adelaide United at the time, for them to bounce back and to respond in the way they did. At the hour mark in this match, they're down 3-1. Auckland easily could have cruised through to secure 3 points. They dug deep, just like what Auckland did in the reverse fixture, a few months ago when Adelaide were hosting Auckland. Auckland coming back late and rescuing a point as well. It's basically a mirror image here, isn't it? That showed so much character, and I think really does indeed show us, if we haven't, believed it already, that Adelaide are indeed like the real deal this season. I think they are contenders for the championship. I don't think they will catch the Auckland at the top of the table for the regular season, but when it comes to a final series, man, with Adelaide and some of the threat that they have going forward, Archie Goodwin's been so good this year. Zach Clough, obviously the 2 penalties in this game, but he's been, he's leading the way when it comes to assists. The wide plays that they have are so dangerous, and Falami and DeCooley as well. Obviously Parias was out for this game, but if he's in the side, he's always a danger as well on that right flank. What a game, man. What a match. Just 2 top teams going at it and played out a fantastic match. Looking at the stats as well, pretty even. 17 shots, 7 on target for Auckland. 18 shots, 7 on target for the Reds. Possession was starting to favour Adelaide United as well as Auckland. You can see they sort of went to that back 5, those 3 central defenders, for the final stages of the match as well. Which was an interesting move by Steve Corica, considering that, I think that move was made when it was 3-3. The game was still in the balance there. But look, a huge point, I think. Well, for both teams, but I said Adelaide will probably be the happier of the 2 sides. Obviously, there's still a sizable gap, though, I think, with this result. If Adelaide had snatched a win there at the end, it would have completely changed the complexion of the top of the table there. The gap would have obviously been a lot more narrow, but Auckland FC with an 8-point lead at the time of this recording, it feels like they're going to be hard to stop. They're not going to drop many points from this point on in the season. But maybe this game sort of showed us a little bit that maybe there is still just a hint of frailty there with Auckland FC, especially that final goal, that Bart Vriends goal. I wonder if they maybe could have been a little bit stronger defensively to keep that out. The ball sort of came into the centre far too easily, and Bart Vriends able to get the tap in. It was an uncharacteristic goal for Auckland FC to concede, I thought. What a match, though. What a match. We'd love to hear from you guys, again, in terms of what you think of these 2 teams, how they will fare this season. And I think the big question is will Auckland FC secure the Premier's play? Like 8 points clear now. They're looking real strong. Obviously, you've got West United, Adelaide United, Melbourne City are there, Melbourne Victory are not too far behind as well. Like, teams that are chasing them, and if Auckland start to slip up, any of those teams could jump ahead and catch them. But for me, I think the Black Knights have it, man. I think they will see it all the way through to the Premier's plate. What a match between these 2 teams. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you very much for tuning into this match review video. Stay subscribed to the channel to keep up to more A-League talk right here. My name's Lockie. Hit the like button on the way out, and I'll see you in the next one.